Okay, hello guys, welcome back again in this class. So today we will discuss about English for medical purposes. Jadi kita akan membahas tentang penggunaan bahasa Inggris di dalam kebutuhan kesehatan. Nah, sebelum kita melangkah lebih jauh, let me explain what is the objective of this learning. Tujuan untuk kita belajar ini tuh apa? Yang pertama itu adalah students will build fluency in medical vocabulary for clear communication in healthcare. And the second is student can discuss about medical purposes. Jadi teman-teman diharap bisa membuat eh, kata-kata dengan fluence dalam berkomunikasi di bidang kesehatan, dan juga teman-teman bisa ikut nimbrung atau diskusi tentang medical purposes biar enggak kagok-kagok amat ketika ada seseorang yang berbicara bahasa Inggris di dalam medical purposes. Oke, jadi so today we will have so many things to do, and first of all, let me do you know the words of in health, related to health and medicine? Okay, so here's I give example of word related to health and medicine or medical purposes. The first one is symptom. Symptom itu kalau bahasa Indonesianya gejala. So it describes a feeling of illness. Jadi gejala-gejala yang dirasakan ketika merasakan sakit yaitu symptoms. Diagnose atau diagnosa itu identifying a disease. Nah, jadi diagnosa itu ya seperti yang kita tahu ya, diagnosa ketika orang sudah didiagnosa berarti dia sudah terkena penyakit tersebut. Medication dalam medicine, drugs used to treat illness atau obat-obatan yang digunakan untuk mencegah penyakit. Treatment adalah action taken to improve health. Yang terakhir itu adalah preventative, measure taken to avoid illness, pencegahan. Oke, jadi itu ya untuk teman-teman salah satu 5 contoh yang saya berikan tadi tentang words related to health and medicine. So you guys, do you have any experiences visiting a doctor or talking about health? Okay, thank you. So you guys know something words related to health and medicine. So I will give you some example. Do you know the example of words in English related to body parts? Its body part is also related to medical purposes. You know, what can you give me some example of vocabulary related to body parts? Okay, head, stomach, lungs, it's body parts, you know. Okay, kalau related to symptoms, can you guys give me example? Okay, pain, fever, coke. Kalau related to medication, can you give me example? Oh, pill, tablet, capsule, and etc. So there is a common medical vocabulary related to body part, symptoms, and medication. as you see in the books that I give you, you can see the visual of human body. You can analyze that. Okay, so the first picture is describing which body part. Oh, that's a head. Okay, that's good. And the second one, the symptoms that the picture describe is fever. Okay, that's good. And the third example in the picture related to medication, it's whether pill, tablet, capsule, or etc. related to medication. Okay, it's pill. Okay, correct. That's correct. So, so today, so you guys have read about in the book of medical purposes, and you have known some of the words in medical purposes that I give you example and you answering before, as you answered before. So today we will go to the asking and answering question about health. So guys, let me introduce basic question structures first, about for asking about symptoms and health and etc. So this is some of asking and answering question. Where does it hurt? Where does it hurt? How long have you had this symptom? Does it hurt? Do you have this symptom in a very long time? The first one, does it hurt? Yes, it hurts. Do you have this symptom since a long time? Yes, very long time. So I hope you understand what the I hope you understand the example that I have been given to you all. Jadi, apakah itu sakit? Ya, sangat sakit. Does it hurt? Yes, it very hurt. Sangat sakit. How long do you have this symptom in a very long time? Yes, I have this symptom in a very long time. Just yes or no question. Okay, guys. So you have these books that I have given to you. You can read the example yes or no question in the book of Doctor Patient Dialogues, where these questions are used. Okay, I want to you make pairs to one of you. Each one of you will play the character as a doctor and as a patient. Okay, and you guys have to play the two character, not just one, two character. Jadi teman-teman akan mendapatkan dua karakternya. Jadi ketika teman-teman sudah berperan jadi dokter, nanti teman-teman juga berperan sebagai pasien. Oke, jadi saling berbalik ya. Jadi tidak cuma sekali untuk bermain peran, tapi dua kali. Nah, jadi I give you 15 minutes 15 minutes persiapan untuk teman-teman membuat dialogues yes or no question between the doctor and a patient. You can read the example in the book. Okay, I give you 15 minutes. Okay, that's all the yes or no question. I hope you understand what's the words. I hope you also can communicate better in medical purposes. Okay, thanks for your work about yes or no question. Saya rasa teman-teman sudah bekerja dengan giat dan sangat baik dalam mempelajarinya, meskipun ada sedikit kekurangan ya. Ada beberapa kekurangan yang teman-teman harus make it better in the future, okay? Tapi untuk saat ini sudah it's good enough, well enough for you all. Thank you. Nah, so next we will discuss. We will make a word in role playing activity conversation. Okay, role playing activity. So role playing activity just the same as a asking and answering question yes or no, but the differences is you will given the scenario with a specific health issue and symptoms. So it does not just depends on yes or no, but you have to communicate like you are the patient and you are the doctor. Jadi teman-teman tidak cuma terbatas di pertanyaan atau jawaban yes or no, tapi juga teman-teman harus komunikasi selayaknya teman-teman adalah pasien dan selayaknya teman-teman adalah dokter. Oke? Nah, nanti yang satunya dikasih, nanti tiap-tiap peers diberikan skenario. Oke? Nah, skenarionya teman-teman bisa saya bisa berikan the example of the scenario. Contoh, ketika there are a patient have a bad feeling in his stomach. Nah, itu adalah salah satu skenarionya. Jadi teman-teman harus cari skenario dan buat conversation in this scenario between the doctor and the patient. I just only need like 5 or 6 dialogues in each doctor and patient, and also you guys will seperti sebelumnya akan berbalik. Jadi yang berperan sebagai pasien akan berperan dia sebagai dokter. Okay, I will give you again 15 minutes to discuss and make a dialogues, 5 or each or 6 dialogues. It's the minimum. So I will give you 15 minutes to make the dialogues and discuss with your peers. Okay, let's go. Okay, so that's all we study about what the role playing. So we have so much thing to do. We have done so much thing. We play role playing, we play yes or no question, and we read the book and understand the word of vocabulary of medical purposes. So I just want you guys to know about what is your experiences from this role playing and the yes or no question. Okay, thank you very much. So jadi saya rasa ini sudah waktu kita tinggal sedikit, dan I hope this segment, this class mendapatkan learning objektif yang diharapkan itu bisa teman-teman dapatkan. yaitu teman-teman bisa mampu untuk build the fluency in medical vocabulary and discuss about medical purposes. Jadi teman-teman diharapkan untuk mampu bisa menggunakan vocabulary yang berkaitan dengan medical purposes, dan juga teman-teman bisa berdiskusi tentang medical purposes. So, we have a homework. We have not done yet, but we have a homework for you. So, again and again, we will study about the conversation. So, the assessment is conduct to make a short conversation on the learned medical vocabulary as a doctor and patient. So, next week you have to assign this assessment. It's individual project. You have to make a scenario, you have to make the dialogues, you have to role playing as a doctor and as a patient. Okay, I think that's all for the class. Thank you very very much. I'll wait for your assessment, and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat tinggal, sampai jumpa semuanya.